Man, we've got a pretty satisfying video for all Xbox fans today. One that shuts down so many naysayers online. Let's get into it. What is going on, guys? It's Dealer here, back again, talking about one of my favorite things in the world, gaming, particularly the Xbox platform. I'm an Xbox dude, and as an Xbox guy, I've had a lot of people tell me that Halo, Gears, and Forza are all coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. It's a matter of time. Microsoft want to put all of their games on every single platform, and for the most part, they're right. But when it comes to the PlayStation platform, Microsoft have shut all of these people down regarding all of their biggest franchises and more. So yeah, we have an official word from Microsoft themselves on how they're going to do these things. And if you're wondering what game this is, because I know I'll get questions, it's Wolfenstein Youngblood, some co-op action on the Xbox One X. As you see, game looks amazing, and it looks that amazing because you guys watch my videos. I'm able to buy things like an expensive 4K capture card, all in an effort to show people how good Xbox One X games really look. So let me know what you think of the footage. And by the way, thank you all very much for checking out my videos. Grab a drink, smash that like button. I've got all of the latest information from a recent interview with Microsoft's very own Matt Booty. He is basically head of first-party games. He is the boss of all of their first-party product. And you know what? He had a great interview with Game Informer. I'll link the full interview down below. Let's get into it. So, believe it or not, there are people out there that are like, what do you mean they would put their games on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5? Who would ever say this? Well, just to offer a bit of context, Microsoft are very open about where their games go here recently. They've been putting them on PC for years and want to expand that to all mobile devices as well through something like Project xCloud. Microsoft also owns some studios like Obsidian who are in the middle of making a game that is actually multi-platform. That game, even though it is in Xbox IP and Xbox Studio, will still see the PlayStation platform. Again, this deal was struck in the middle of producing The Outer Worlds. They had prior obligations. They could not help where this game actually landed, but they can control where the future titles go. As I've said before, why pay for the sequel rights if you are not trying to control where that sequel goes? Some say money, but I think Matt Booty's interview says more than enough. Let's get into it.
So if a studio like Double Fine wanted to keep releasing multi-platform, I know Psychonauts 2 is still coming to other systems out there, but if they were interested in staying multi-platform moving into the future, even though they're a Microsoft studio, would you allow such a thing?
Yeah, I think we would. I think that the question is less binary about should it be on Switch, should it be on PlayStation, and more, does it make sense for the franchise? In other words, is it a kind of game where it would benefit from the network effect of being on a bunch of different platforms? Or is it a game where we can best support it by putting resources and making sure that our platforms, things like xCloud and Game Pass and Xbox Live, are really leaning in to support the game? And so with something like Minecraft, I think it was a no-brainer that we were never going to try to take anything away from players that existed on those platforms, and certainly we've added new platforms since that acquisition. But then, obviously we're going to have our big franchises like Forza and Halo and Sea of Thieves, where those games are designed from the outset to really exist on Xbox, and I think that will continue.
Yeah. So something like for Outer Worlds, I'd imagine you're planning an Outer Worlds 2 being like a big Microsoft exclusive moving into the future as well then?
Yeah, I think that'd be that kind of game. And I from what we've seen of Outer Worlds, my hope is that that's something that we can build and that it really becomes, an enduring franchise and it really starts to grow and that we can help expand that.
So, does that sound like anything you've heard online before? To me, it sounds kind of like the opposite. Kind of like Microsoft know that they do need some kind of exclusive software tied down to their platform, their ecosystem, their streaming service, their Game Pass service. I mean, many people were saying it's because of Game Pass, xCloud, and Play Anywhere that Xbox is dying, when in reality, these things could be the actual reason they are locking down exclusive content at all. You're welcome. And again, I'm just not into the fear-mongering stuff. It's kind of like people saying this stuff was coming to PlayStation for years and years and years. Again, Microsoft shoot it down. So as of right now, count on Halo, Gears, Forza, all of their biggest exclusives, all of their biggest franchises remaining exclusive to their Microsoft ecosystems. Again, this may make some of you feel a bit better about the future or the direction of Xbox. Just knowing what they're doing by itself may help some of you. That's why I wanted to talk about it. That's why I wanted to bring it to all of you. You guys can share this video to your friends, to those who say this is not the case, because this is coming right from Microsoft themselves. Now, it doesn't mean it will never change, but as of right now, I have no reason to believe they will. Again, with Outer Worlds, he does confirm that, hey, this is a franchise that we want to make a big exclusive for Microsoft. The first game, they didn't have much control over where that went, but the second, now that they've acquired the sequel rights, they may actually lock that down. Myself, I don't really care that much one way or another. I do like being able to play my games where I want to play them. I prefer to play on Xbox, so I play on Xbox. It didn't make games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey worse that I could play them on my PC if I wanted. It was just there and it was an option, but at the end of the day, I still played it on Xbox. But hey, maybe I'm a little bit different. At the end of the day, putting your software in more places makes more money, but Microsoft understand that they do need something for services like Game Pass to entice people to subscribe. Maybe keeping that off of competing platforms will do the same. It is worth noting that Sony are also wanting to bring their games to all devices through something like PlayStation Now. There have been several job listings to hire people to help them do this. They've recently signed a memorandum with Microsoft, a deal with Microsoft to use their Azure network in order to bring their games to more places as well. It's kind of the future. Just something to keep in mind. But hey, again, let me know your thoughts down below. I thought this was interesting. Figured I'd bring it to you guys. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it or learned something here today. If you got any Xbox buddies, any guys that might be interested in this type of content, maybe share it out. Really helps more than you guys know. And of course, subscribe if you have not yet. Patrons and channel members have exclusive access to the RDX Discord and more. Chat with tons of like-minded gamers. Have a good time. Check the source link down below. Again, let me know your thoughts. I'm Dealer. I'm out.